that Europe is not far away. Europe is us, people.
If you're studying abroad, I wanna hear your voice.
Hi everybody, welcome to Voices of International. I'm Rosa, your host, and today we're going to talk about how the European Union helps young people. Today I'm here with Laila and Stan. Could you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Laila. I'm Swedish, half German, but living abroad since 30 years now. I'm working for the European Parliament in Paris. The Parliament has offices in all member states in order to communicate with citizens in each member state. So that's my job, and also taking care of Europa Experience that we will talk about a bit more later, I guess.
Hi everyone, my name is Stan. I'm from Ukraine. I'm a journalist, and this is my second time being here, so thanks for having me. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have you. Thank you for coming. It's really nice to have the opportunity to talk about Europe, the European Union, and what he does for us as students and as young people. So thank you, Laila, for coming today. It's a really nice opportunity. And tell me more about your work at Europa Experience, and in detail, what do you do? What is Europa Experience about for the people who don't know?
Okay. Actually, it's like a museum, a digital museum about the European Union that the European Parliament opened 2 years ago in Paris. And it's in the center of Paris on Place de la Madeleine in the 8th district. It's on three levels, 1,500 square meters, where you can discover how the European Union functions, but in a really more interactive and visually attractive way. So we have like a big map of Europe that is interacting digitally with iPads, where you can walk on Europe and see different projects that the European Union is supporting in the member states. You can learn a lot on that. There's a lot of other multimedia stations. There's a cinema, 360-degree cinema that you can visit. And on the third floor, you can participate in a role-play game where you put yourself in the shoes of an MEP for 2 hours, and you try to negotiate with the group how to adopt or reject a European legislation. So,
nice.
So
Really
it's
nice.
you
It's
can
amazing.
spend a full day.
Yeah. I've been when we met, and it's really nice because I love the way it is interactive and really also great looking, I would say, like digitalized as well. So I think it's really good for young people to really get into it and also get better understand what the European Parliament and other institutions do, because it's really interactive and it's really nice.
And it's in 24 languages, I
Yeah.
forgot to say.
Nice.
So
Like all the languages of European Union. Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, so it's open to everybody, which is the best. So what opportunities do you think the European Union provide for young people?
There's a lot of things, and I guess Stan will talk about it as well because he participated himself. No, there's a lot of things like you yourself, Erasmus Plus, of course, that's a European Union initiative. But you also have the different levels of engagement that you can do. There's the European Youth Event, where he was participating.
Yeah, exactly.
There's also prizes, for example, the European Charlemagne Youth Prize.
Yeah.
It will be published soon. That your project with this podcast, for example, could perhaps be part of. You're a candidate for the prize with a project that has to do with Europe. And then you see if there's a jury of MEPs who decide which projects are going to have the prize in the end. And we have national.
Maybe I'm gonna apply.
Yeah, you should. No, and even you. I don't know exactly what you do, but there's. It's not like a big dossier that you have to fill in. It's quite easy. So if you have a project that you could present, you should do it, and you can win the prize, and you get 7,500 euros. So that's one thing. We also have, of course, other mobility like schemes, like the European Solidarity Corps. You know about, perhaps, where you can do voluntary work in our other member states, and also humanitarian work, which I think is quite interesting. And then, of course, you can for young people, you can make traineeships in the European Parliament or in the European Commission or in all other institutions. There's also small institutions like the European Economic and Social Committee, the Committee of the Regions, where you can apply for a traineeship. And that is often really the way into the European institutions for work afterwards.
Yeah, true. And also, I think for me, I'm subscribed to the newsletter of the European Youth Portal.
Portal,
which is a website, a portal where you can find all the opportunities that the European Union offers to young people. And there, I think there's also the Erasmus Plus, and with the also, because as you said, Erasmus Plus, it's also for traineeship. There's also Erasmus Plus traineeship, and also the volunteering opportunities. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and it's really helpful. I think it's really helpful and really interesting for us to really build a European community as well. Like to feel part of something. And yeah, so it's really nice. For example, did you take part of any?
Yeah, actually I participated in European Parliament event called I happened to participate. I was invited by my friends, and it was held in Lithuania, in Vilnius. It was 1 year ago, and we had such a great time because there were really a lot of different activities to do. Like the venue remembered me a bit of Expo, because there were like different sections. There was like the stage where speeches were performed. There were workshops where you could do some interesting things. Like there were, like, for example, the workshop about journalism, about disinformation, workshop about ecology. And also the main thing is people, because there were a lot of nice people.
True.
I met a lot of great people with who I still keep in touch. So for people who are interested in politics and who want to meet people with common ground, who want to try themselves in different challenges, of course, try yourself in I. And it's not even obligatory to go abroad, because it can be held also in your country. So what you have to do is just to track them on their social medias, and it's absolutely free, and all the efforts you put on is absolutely incomparable with the outcome you will have, because it's really easy to apply. And all these programs, as you mentioned before, like all you have to do is just to keep going doing your things you like. And if you have some results, if you approve that you're really interested in that, of course you will have the result. All you have to do is just to apply on time. And it's really nice, because there's also a program, I don't know if you heard about that, but there's also a program, Erasmus Mundus.
Yes.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
It's the program which covers the master degree, so it takes it meant to be 2 years. And it's really nice, because in the final you'll be given 4 different diplomas in the really nice universities. And if you have a look on an actual catalog till 2028, people who are interested in public service, they can apply for the program for 2 years, and they can study in Spain, Austria, the Netherlands, and the UK in York University with a really nice scholarship. So all you have to do is just like to fill the application properly, because you have to approve them that you stress resistant enough, because it's not for everyone to switch countries every 6 months. It's really hard. But in the final you will have a really nice, memorable experience. And also like such activities such as AA Parliament, you can also use them in your CV. You can use them in your portfolio. If you mentioned that you participated in such events, it means that you're interested, you're engaged in your field of work. So of course you'll be at a big advantage. So
That's also, I forgot to tell you about together.eu. I don't know if you heard about it because you seem very aware of everything. No, it's actually like you said, it's nice to have or to be in a community, and together.eu it's actually a community that the European Parliament started to create, so to say, for the European elections in 2019, because we understood at that time that you can't make people go to vote just by a big commercial campaign or like big posters. You need to get to the people who talk to other people who say go to vote and say how interested it is and how important it is, and so that's why we created this together.eu, and has grown as a real like a community of people who want to engage for Europe, not only for the elections, because it still lives on between elections. So if because it exists in all Europe. So its name is together.eu in English, but in France it's ensemble.eu. In Italy it's insieme. I don't know. So, but it's really a community, a European community where you can be part of, and you get opportunities for trainings, you get info what we are doing in Paris, for example, what is happening in Brussels. So it's
amazing. It's actually
I invite you to subscribe, and it's just subscribe with an email, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think
I
think it's nice that we're talking about this, because a lot of time people are not aware of all the stuff that Europe, the European Union does for us, and how many possibilities we have.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to have the possibility about talking about this. And for us, Erasmus, we are the first. Now we're doing like an exchange, and 4 months here in Paris, and we had the possibility of doing that thanks to the Erasmus, thanks to the European Union, which is something that we take for granted sometimes, but it's not even like just the scholarship that the European Union gives to us. You know, it's amazing. You know, like
it's really precious. Yeah, absolutely.
And it really helps us. It really like pushes you to go abroad and to travel and to be aware of other cultures and other people. And I think it's amazing also because going abroad and meeting new people from different cultures, it really helps us even like to build a community and also to understand really each other's.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think in the end also what like to make peace, I would say, but this is maybe a little big to say, but to make peace we need to get to know each other and really like build connections and have relationship with each other. So this is an amazing experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think it's the main narrative of Europe Union, what they want to get across to people, because Europe Union is not just one country with the same people. Actually, it's the different countries with different people, different cultures, different demands, and of course, it's always about constant dialogue, because like we are all different and we have different interests, and like if you have some disagreements, we can deliberate on that. And it's really important to just like keep our differences, and like there's an important phrase that our unity is in our diversity.
Yes. Ah, that's amazing. Yeah, it's true. Our unity is in our diversity. You know, that's really amazing. And I'm really like excited for the future as well. Like I'm really looking forward for the future and all the benefits that we have and all the things that we can, because I think we really need to feel connected and we really need to work together to achieve the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
So and I also want to go into, of course, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna apply for an internship or something.
Do so.
Because
you can do it in Italy, in Rome. There's an office, or in Milan, but you can do it in Brussels as well, or in Luxembourg, or in Strasbourg, or in Paris.
Yeah, everywhere. So
depends which languages you talk, and that's one of these big issues. We are all different. We speak all different languages, so I think it's really an advantage when you speak languages to
And I
move
think
around in Europe.
yes, that's true. And I think that's why also it's also good to do experiences abroad, because we take for granted even like talking in English. This is not my mother tongue. So right now even I'm talking in English, or for example in French as well. And so I'm trying with my French. I think it's good. It's not the best, but I think it's kind of good, because I think it's also really similar to Italian. So for me, it's easier. And can you maybe share some memorable moments that you had at the Europa Experience, or feedbacks from customers? Like you told me that there in the third floor there's the interactive
role play game.
So for example, I don't know, did something fun or something like really exciting happen during one of those experiences?
Always. No, but feedback in any case generally is really good, and especially the role play game, because people go out there and they really feel a bit high of because you need to negotiate with the other in the group, and in the end, if you you happen to really be good at negotiating, you see it as well, because then you will convince the others to vote for or against the directive. So yes, one example, a very young girl, 13, 14 years old, she did this role play game with her classmates, and she got out and she said, "Now I know what to do when I grow older. I'm going to be an MEP." As a member of the European Parliament. So she had already her career in front of her.
That's amazing. That's also amazing. Nice. Why, like, taking part of all of these experiences, and for example these role play as well, which is something like a little bit like smaller, but in the end it really gets you in the mindset. So that's why I think it's also like extremely great, because you get to think about your future, or else, because I think even for me, like during these Erasmus, I got the possibility to meet so many great people, young people who are passionate about the same things as me, as you said earlier. So it's good also to have like some more perspective for the future and really understand what you want to do.
Like in general, it's really nice that youngsters as us, they can feel themselves in shoes of MP, because right now it feels not something like really far, not something like really impossible, because you just show people that you can also participate in running the country. So it's not something for different people, that is absolutely for everyone. It's really valuable.
It's true. It's a job, like any other job in the end.
Absolutely. Because like in some countries it can be taken, like for example, like in Ukraine, sometimes it can be taken as something like on a really high level, just really, really hard
for
to get it.
Elite,
for the elite. And I think that these stereotypes, they're really bad, and we have to show people, and like with this approach is really nice, because there's also in Strasbourg, there's European Parliament, and sometimes in a weekend you can go to this plenary session hall. And I happen to participate, and it's really nice. So if you'll be in Strasbourg, visit this place, it's really nice.
You can go also during plenary sessions when all the people are there, but then you have to come as a group. But it's possible as well.
And I think there's nothing better than really like immerse yourself in this stuff, because like to really understand. That's why I also think Europa Experience is amazing, because I think for young people, because sometimes this may sound bad to say, but like sometimes, of course, for young people, even for like 14 years old, they can sense that I don't know, the European Union history and all of that can seem boring, or maybe like something to study and not something that we are really part of. So that's why I think Europa Experience really helps them get into it, because it's really like, as you said also, fun and interactive, which is the best. I also remember you had like something with the AI, with the
the VR glasses.
Yes. So it's amazing, to have these opportunities to try all this stuff. So and yes, then tell us more maybe about some of your experiences, even about Vilnius, or if you want, or so we can also really understand, and maybe you can share it with the
Yeah, actually, this is my second time participating in Erasmus program.
Yeah.
Because
I
first
remember
time I was in Rome, I was in Italy, and that's my second time.
Can you do it twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Because like
You know,
on
it's
a-
fun because I did it twice as well,
Ah.
and I think
Oh, really?
yes, and I think we are like
But it's not very usual, or yes?
no, it's
or
not usual at
no.
all. No, but you can.
You can.
So-
if
Yeah.
you switch university or
And I
what?
think it's a matter of like doing it, but in 2 different years.
Yeah. And like
Uh-huh.
also like if I'm not mistaken, you can do that in a row. But for example, if you're studying on bachelor, you're only given 1 year of Erasmus. Because of course it will be strange if you like all the time will spend in other
Yeah.
university. And like you're given like 12 months. So 6 months I spent in Rome, 4 months here. And also it means that like 2 months I can take for internship. Somewhere also like
okay,
Erasmus
okay.
internship. Yeah, so yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and where you participated your first time?
I've been to Belgium. I've been to Namur. It's a small town in the
So,
French part, of Belgium. And thanks to that, I really learned French.
yeah.
Really, it's a big word, but I would say I learned French, and it was so nice as well because I didn't know that I could have done both of them. I discovered it like while I was leaving Italy to go to Belgium, and I said, okay, maybe I'm gonna apply again. Who knows? Because even before going to Belgium, I loved Belgium, of course. I'm not saying anything against it, but I wanted to come to Paris. So of course, in my head, I still wanted to I still had the Parisian dream a little bit. So I said, okay, I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna see if I get into F-up into Paris, I'll go. And in the end, I did. So I'm here, and I'm really grateful for that as well. And yeah, because I think a lot of people don't know about the fact that you could do, because I did 2 in a row as well. I did the second semester of last year, this summer, in Belgium, and then I went
Directly
back in Italy for the summer, and then I came here. So yeah.
Yeah,
But I think the important thing is to apply to different application process. One, because usually you have to apply 1 year before. So not like 1 year before, but
one like 6 months.
yes,
something
that's
like
why
that,
I applied for Belgium 1 year before, and I applied for Paris
6 months
6
before.
months before.
Okay.
So just like most important thing is just do that on time. It's only one requirement.
Always.
To respect the deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah. And know that it exists and that what you can do.
Yes. True. And so what do you think, so why, as we already talked about it, but why do you think it's really important for young people to feel connected to Europe?
Because actually I think it's really important to give even though superficial, but that important notion of politics to young people, because as we see that it's really important to make people, especially of our future, to be more participated and to be more interested in a country. Because as we see, the more interested they are, the bigger scrutiny, the deeper scrutiny, and interest in government is. So which is always good, because when people are not involved, it's not really good for country. So
Yeah, true.
when you explain people the basics, how the government branches works, how the election works, it's always good for people. It's always for good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but that's exactly the problem, that often in school and so on, you learn more about the governmental level and not the European level, and they tend to forget about it. And most people have more affinity to the local and the governmental level. They think it's completely normal to go and elect the president or the parliament on national level. But when we then talk about Europe, it's always no, but I don't know anything about Europe. It's so far away, and that's the big problem, because it's not far away. It's affecting our daily lives every day, and that's what young people has to be aware of. That it's not just Europe. They decide things. No, you elect your MEPs, your members of parliament, because they will in the end decide a lot of things that will affect your life.
And what do you think are the biggest challenges in getting youngsters involved in decision-making processes in European Union politics?
No, I think the basic need is knowledge, as you say, and experiences, and like understand that Europe is not far away. Europe is us people, and living together, doing things together, and also on another level, making legislation together in the European Parliament. So I think it has to start very early. I think. And
I think
because if you're not in like you both I don't know how you got interested and how you got into, but only these things like Erasmus. There's also this program Discover EU, where the EU gives a train ticket,
yes,
and that's just to go on a trip. But in the end, perhaps that's the most important thing, that you discover that there are other people around you, that we have a European Union, and it's what is happening in France or in Germany and Italy. It's important, and it doesn't just concern the Italians, but in the end, all of us. We had the crisis, a lot of crisis lately, where we really understood that this is the case.
I agree. I think the knowledge and the awareness lacks a little bit. That's why I think it's important to really talk about it. For example, as today, but I really like to talk about it and to promote it, and like but in a cultural and in a awareness point of view, as I said.
Yeah, because like it also, I think it will mitigate a lot of negative towards different sides, because some people, because of lack of knowledge and awareness, they can blame social minorities, they can blame different things which are like scapegoats, which are not connected with the problem. So it's really important to get across the how it works, the real mechanism of that.
True.
Because fake news, there's a lot out there as well about the European Union.
Because like some people, they can think that the economy is going bad because of immigrants. They come and it get cut to aggression, to social minorities, to ethnic minorities, which is really bad.
Yes. I think it's important to really be more informed. And really understand what it's going on. Not only in Europe, everywhere, in general, I think. Okay, it's really important to talk about this. So thank you so much for giving me this for giving us this opportunity to talk about this with you. Usually, we end up the episodes with some fire questions, which are like some funnier but not so fun, like more, I don't know, fire questions. So I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite European city and why?
Hard question.
I'm between Berlin and Paris.
Okay.
Yes, for me, I think Rome. It's like the first city crosses my mind is Rome, of course.
That's good. No, but for me, I think Paris and Rome as well. I've never been to Berlin.
You should.
I should go.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And how would you describe Europe in one word?
For me, solidarity.
Solidarity, okay.
Yeah, it's also unity, as I said before.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to say. Diversity, unity.
United in diversity.
United in diversity.
Yes. How do you say?
Our tagline.
Exactly.
The slogan. The perfect slogan.
But it is the official slogan of the European Union.
And there's also a nice phrase that not a single sheet of paper should be torn because we are all different. So it's everywhere. Like actually, it's a really popular phrase which is written everywhere in Brussels, which Brussels is the capital of Europe. So it also makes sense.
Yeah, for me it's community as well. And it was really nice having the opportunity to talk with you and share this with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you. It was great.
And
thank you.
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.